baker. The crimes of big can never show. Mysteries rise and truth unfold. And Ready, said it's time to go.
I did hear Aqua on the radio the other day, and I was just, it makes me think of you, Baker.
Yeah, because I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me anywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. I'm a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world. Touch me here, touch me there, hanky panky. Come
Oh,
jump
Lord.
in, bimbo friend, let us do it again. Hit the town, fool around, let's go party. You
I
can
know.
touch, you can play. If you say, I'm only yours, you can touch,
I
you
don't think
can
he's okay,
play.
guys.
That's as much as I remember
That's
from.
like the whole song. It's a good job.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great night sleep after our short little stint yesterday. 12 hours. What's 12 hours between friends? And sadly, I was awoken this morning by HR department saying, "Why don't you stream?" And I said, "But Jamie, I'm taking a day off." And she said, and I said, "Are you still there?" And she said, "I almost got a stroke. Days off don't exist when you work for me." So I thought I'll just do a little chill stream looking at crazy people from other places than America, because we always cover American trials and make fun of you Americans. Somehow it's easy, but you're not the only ones who have a little cray running around. So I found 3 cases that I wanted to talk about. They're not nice cases, especially the last one is a Mr. Chippy case and Senor Catapultos. But just to show crazy and bad people are everywhere. Let's we have time for it. Fedorowski has a new video out. Maybe if my mods aren't sleeping, they can share the link. Christine Fortunato. Good to see you, Christine. RTD. Howdy, all. I'm Jimmy. How you doing? Good morning, Grey Witch. Oh, a mod is up. Good morning, Jess. And Esprit Fleck. Oh, Allah. How are we this morning? Janine. Danny T is made of plastic. How fantastic. Ah, did the bird box bite? You are up early today, Iris. So good to see you. And Lynn. Good to see you as well. And our Serbian friend, Dream Suburb. Haven't seen you during the last trial, but glad to see you today. Out and about with Diane. I don't know where we're going, but we are going out and about with Diane. Someone we won't bring along is Lefty, because you can't bring him anywhere. Remind to always the first few minutes of Baker Live. To do what? Kimberly. Michelle Dunn. It's been a little bit a while, but Killarney in Ireland. I should have been in Rome for a 15th wedding anniversary, but I'm getting old and my leg couldn't keep up, and so I'm spending my daughter's 23rd birthday with you and my sister's 15th wedding anniversary. I am never bored. I just want to take some time off. Jamie, sadly, well, I tried to get a contract when she hired me, and she said, the only contract is this. And payment comes in slabs. So I have to be here. Hey, Helen from Holland. Mm-mm-mm. Do. Let's start with a light topic. Enrico Delgado, MSP. Don't know. Always, if you have anything that, because when I do trials, I don't do all the other stuff. I don't watch too many other streamers. I don't follow along. Put it in, take a look at. I might swing by when I have some time because I have long days streaming, so I don't follow up on current events. I have Marissa and Jess feeding me all the news I should be looking at. The Spanish videos are all posted now, so today sees the premiere of a new video shot in Norway. Everyone, when we're done here, make sure to go check out all of Fedorowski's amazing videos. You won't find higher quality production anywhere else. Yes, go sub to Fedorowski. T. Robinson, good morning. Bridget, happy Saturday to you as well. Schönen Nachmittag zu dir auch. I want to go on that Alles nur geklaut channel so I can start speaking more German. I'm getting rusty. My German isn't good anymore. I used to be pretty good at German, and then because you don't use it, you don't listen to it. Actually, that's why I found him one night and I thought, a German true crimer? And I thought, well, I'm a Danish true crimer, so let's go in there and look. And it was nice to just to listen along. And I can't write German anymore, but I understand it fine. Aber ich spreche es nicht als gut als ich einmal gehabt, I think. We missed you as well. You should have been here. I think you would have loved Laurie Shaver, forcing your 16-year-old daughter to testify to her unaliving. Oh, he's the officer who had an accident but lost teeth and broke his neck. I saw that one. Yes, that's going to be another interesting. Hey Tom, did you reach Florida yet? And did you bring the Dr. Pepper for Sarah? Hey Cynthia Fire, just lurking. Well, you're welcome to lurk. Hey Alex, thank you so much, Bridget, for 5 gifted. Coming in hot. Lefty was gifted a membership. Out and About was gifted a membership. Alex and Lynn Gavi and RTDDD. Thank you so much. And I just, for the new people, if you want to join the Discord, I just figured out how to make a permanent link in the members section. Ja, aber es nicht als gut as es war. I don't. It's not natural to speak German for me anymore. That's I need to listen to it more, then I can get back into it. Defense rest. How are you doing down under? Is it? No, you're still with us today. It's 10 o'clock your time? No. Yeah, 10 o'clock your time, I think. Yeah, but it's the same when I go border shopping once a year to make ready for the Christmas baking. and you try to danke sehr, ich möchte gern ein bisschen auf das aus haben. And they just look at you, either speak Danish to you or English. JVH, been a second. Is German chocolate cake speaking German? No. That would be Deutsche Schokoladekuchen. Germans are wonderful people. They are. I have a lot of fond memories of my times in Germany. Hey, Rona, how are you in the UK? Got a new job. I don't like it and didn't want to ruin everyone's mood here. This is why we are here. This is your support group. I have exactly what you need if you are at a bad spot in your day.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
Jimmy will fix everything. Hey, Becca. It's Sunday morning, 12:25. So it's just past midnight. Yeah, that's right. 8 hours. Yes, sorry. I'm not. Yeah, it's not all my time zones are good. Currently driving, got pulled over in Georgia and spent night in Slammer. Sarah, be proud. Mom's bailing me out at 9, then wheels up to the pen with Dr. Pepper in hand. You treat her like the lady she is. If I hear anything, I will find you. She's a lady, and you need to treat her like one. Hey, Miami Spice. Good to see you as well. Oh, and by the way, I was, as you can see, the giveaway boxes are being repackaged. I thought I'm just going to go down there, slap some stamps on it, everything be fine. Nope. I have to fill out customs reports. So they are coming, but it'll take a while because I have to figure out how to fill out the custom reports. Because sending $20 worth of candy needs someone to put a rubber stamp on that. How else would the world ever survive? But let's do it to it. Because as I said, we are always we're always making fun of the Americans, saying Florida, crazy, crazy place. Squat Bob, stop changing your name. But the first case is actually because, as you know, my sister lives in Switzerland. So when this came across my newsfeed, I had to send this to her. Because in Switzerland, a former model and Miss Switzerland finalist, Kristina Joksimovic, might have been pureed in a blender by her husband. She was found dead in her home near Basel in Switzerland in February this year, and the Supreme Court have ruled against the release of her husband after he admitted to unaliving his wife. This is the young lady, well, 38 years old. I don't know if that's young, but she was found unalived in her home in Binningen near Basel in Switzerland in February this year. And according to the local news, her husband had an appeal to be released from prison, but got denied by the federal court in Lausanne on Wednesday after he confessed to unaliving his wife, which he had 2 children with. And he admitted to the unaliving doing a reconstruction at the crime scene in March and claimed it was self-defense. You heard that before, after she attacked him with a knife. The court held that Ms. Joksimovic was to death, and the autopsy report included in the ruling said her body was then made smaller in a laundry room with a jigsaw, knives, and garden shears. It added body parts were then chopped up with a hand blender, pureed, and dissolved in a chemical solution. And we think Americans are weird. And he was arrested the day after the body was found and initially told the investigators he had found her unalived and he had found her unalived and then dismembered her because he went in panic. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the natural thing you do when you panic because you find your wife unalived at the house, thinking, I better make this big problem a little bit smaller. Thank you, Miami Spice, and you're the best part of the rest of my week. Laurie Shaver ghosted me after 2 weeks of pen paling with her. Well, she's a little hung up the next couple of days. Yeah, it's a little bit sick. Yeah, he used a bullet mixer. Probably not the endorsement they liked. Psycho smoothie. Could be. Yeah, kind of like with Laurie Shaver again. What do you do in a self-defense case? Let's hide the body. Because why not call the police and say, well, it went down last night. I said, do you call this a pot roast? And things escalated. Why not just call the police and said, well, she went cray-cray. But no. He puts part in blender and use chemicals to help break it down. He damaged children psychologically. Well, just the unaliving of their mother is probably not helpful to their psychological health, but yeah. But who thinks, oh, now I can finally use the blender we were gifted at our wedding? Bloody Mary, Danny G, always with the recipes. I never imagined such a thing. Who can? Well, sadly, if you have been following this channel since February, you would know that Adam Montgomery tried to do the same thing with a magic bullet. I have a magic bullet. It can hardly crush ice, so I don't think it helped him make his 5-year-old daughter smaller. Oh, I hope he'll burn in hell. Is the whole world going cray-cray? Well, it might be, because talking about making problems smaller, I have another story as well. Just because this is from Denmark. And this is the guy with the submarine. I don't know if any of you know the case, but it was quite famous when it happened. He also tried to make big problems smaller. When is Laurie Shaver going to have an interview proclaiming her innocence? Well, she already did that multiple times, but probably her attorney will do it first. Hey, Scott McGinnis. And brought to stand up on Conrad Canton Police Department's lawn. Listen to Baker's chill stream in preparation. Take care of yourself. Don't get snatched up by some weird local rule they just enforce for you people out there. Isn't it called a magic bullet? Did I say a boo-boo again? It happens. Well, Grey Rich, better late than never. That's what I'm always saying. There's another case like this, but with a bullet hand blender. Yes, it's actually one of the worst cases I had to sit through. Adam Montgomery, monster crackhead, monster criminal, was gifted custody over his. Well, she was still 4 at that time, just turned 5 right after daughter because her mom was a massive crackhead. And apparently didn't treat her too well. They got kicked out of a house, lived in a car. At some point in that car, poor little Harmony stops breathing. They gave an explanation. Well, his, at that point, wife gave an explanation, but she had made a plea deal with the state. I don't trust that B word any. I wouldn't even let her buy me a carton of milk. She had made a plea deal, claims that Adam repeatedly this 5-year-old girl in the face in a car because she had peed her pants. And she started making weird noises. So they just left her there. That's Kayla Montgomery's explanation. I don't trust any of that. After watching the trial, I am pretty sure that Harmony got into their drugs. OD'd, died in the car. They then stuffed her in a duffel bag and moved her around with them for months until he at some point rented a U-Haul, disposed of the body, and she has never been found. He got thrown in prison. Kayla got a sweetheart deal and spent 2.5 years in prison. How can she not be found guilty as an accessible? She was sitting right next to him in the car. She didn't say a word. She helped him carry the bag around. There was a horrible case. Horrible case. The only good thing is that man will never, ever come out of prison. The bad thing, his ex-wife has 3 other kids with him. At some point, they'll probably end up with that absolutely trash can of a woman if she doesn't go back to prison, which I'd never ever wish ill on anyone who has addiction. But I hope if the fentanyl fairy doesn't get her, that police will get her, throw her back in prison, and she will never step outside again. She will never ruin another kid because that B word ruined poor little Harmony. The only thing she really cried about in court was not being able to be with Adam anymore. As a part of her plea deal, she asked if she could have one last visit with him in prison. She was absolutely psycho. Yeah. That's the worst case. Very bad case. Very, very crazy. How did they know it was her though? If she was parade, or was it only a hand or so? Well, in this case, he didn't finish the job. He got lazy. Hey, Harmony. Yeah, mom should have been in jail as well. No guests. No, it's just a little chill stream. Jamie said, "Hey, fatto, why aren't you streaming?" So I had to stream. So no guests. It's just a little hangout, talking about a few cases, chatting a bit, and then chucking people somewhere else so they can go on with the day, and I can go make myself my pizza and enjoy the rest of my day. Who is the next Psycho Wife of the Year candidate? Courtney Clenny? Yeah, I think you should try Courtney Clenny. She has money too, so well, she used to. Hey, Mary Williams. This is just an impromptu stream, so no angel. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to stream, but Jamie told me I should. It was absolutely the worst case I have had to listen to. I can blend out all of that. Not blend out. I can shut off my brain and don't listen to it and don't think about it. But I just can't do it with kids. When we watched that trial with the soon-to-be 16-year-old testifying to murder, Carly Clegg will but Greg will be a hard case too. I don't know why, but it just hits me a different way. Yeah, Harmony, I'm sorry that we were talking about that. Laurie probably had a great night's sleep because finally she knows what happened to her husband. If well, Valhalla is always drunk. I have had that for 2 days now, Iris. Thanks for noticing. What kind of pizza? Just some homemade pizza. Hey, Kelly. Women are not psycho, they are just drawn that way. Good Roger Rabbit reference. I'm not a bad girl, I'm just drawn this way. Young Black, it's my pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. Well, it's because there's a lot of single ladies out there. Tom Gillis has upped the ante. He's trying to take Sarah from me, so I have to step up my game. Well, I'm not gonna stream that long. It's just gonna be a short one because I just wanted to do some trials about nothing. Well, do a stream about nothing because I streamed 12 hours yesterday, so it's not gonna be that long. Carly Greg starts Monday, Tuesday, somewhere when they seated a jury. I believe they're probably gonna start Monday afternoon, but I'll set up the stream and we'll see what happens. I'm making homemade calzone. I like a calzone. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's why we should watch them together to get it out the system, laugh a bit, and maybe once in a while we'll just
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
just to remember life goes on. But the other case, that's a local, well, not local for me, but it's a Danish case. That's the case about Peter Madsen. This man was he's been called the Elon Musk of Denmark, which I don't understand because he doesn't have any money and he really never made anything work. He tried to build a rocket and he did build a submarine that didn't work that well, but he wanted to go to the moon. But he was sentenced back in 2018 to life without parole because he unalived a journalist in his home-built submarine. That's a new tactic to use with the lady saying, "Hey, you want to go see my my submarine?" What's interesting is he was found guilty on the same level of the court system where I am with my layman duties. Just one judge and 2 jurors was who did the sentencing. Normally, this would have 3 judges and 6 laymen because of the possible sentencing he could get, but the defendant can opt and say, "No, I'll just stay on the lower level." So that's I could have, if it had happened in my jurisdiction, I could have been on this case. That's kind of weird. I have had one murder case where one said, I want to be on that level, just get it over with. So that's kind of weird. Sarah has sisters. I think she has a brother who is also in prison. In a world of lorries, be like Jimmy, always. Did he also dress with a huge hat like Tellis? No. Yeah, they called him Elon Musk of Denmark. I don't understand why. Hey, Jar. But he was found guilty in the 3 charges of premeditated unaliving, aggravated sexual assault, and desecrating a corpse. And they were unanimous because remember, in Denmark, we vote about it in the deliberation room. We can have split decisions in Denmark. There's clear evidence that the accused have shown an interest in unaliving and dismembering people. And he dismissed the claims that the 30-year-old Wall died in an accident, saying the explanation is not credible and is not consistent with the following decision to dismember the body. I'm not sure I can say dismember. His crimes were committed in an especially serious and brutal manner to a random chosen woman who had accepted his offer to go on a trip in a submarine. The lawyer for Madsen told the court that the inventor would appeal, and the case has gripped Denmark and Sweden with at least 6 newspapers and broadcast and live blogging. In Denmark, we can't show pictures or audio, so they'll have to sit there and type. But 5 key moments. Madsen was into snuff films. After searching his computer, police found multiple videos of people being unalived, according to the Copenhagen Post. Madsen's top 3 corn searches words were throat, girl, and pain. His preferred method of inflicting pain, it would appear, includes a woman being mistreated with a knife, fire, or a spear. Several hours before Val boarded the submarine, Madsen Googled beheaded girl agony, an action that he claims was pure coincidence, the court heard. Lawyer Mette Gritsdage, she's a famous Danish lawyer, who has defended some of Denmark's most high-profile murderers, told the Observer that the defense faced an uphill struggle. It doesn't make it any easier when he has all of this material on his computer. So, whatever you say, Mr. Madsen wasn't the most, he wasn't the best of men. That's why he got convicted. But don't use your electronic devices if you're gonna unalive someone later. That's the first rule of law of unaliving people. Don't use your digital things for it. Why can't I find that person? There. Someone is in the Madsen case. I would really like to know what happened there before he decided to unalive her. She stepped into a death trap. Yeah, it seems like he planned it. Mistreated, lol. How else would you treat someone with those 3 things? Yeah. How about dismember? Harmony. Hey, Liselle von Herten. Hey, Lexi. But there's more. Madsen has also changed his story multiple times. Over the course of the investigation, Madsen's story had repeatedly changed. He first claimed that he returned Val to land alive and well, then that she died when a heavy hatch fell on her head, and finally that she died of an accidental asphyxiation. Madsen told the court that he had lied initially in order to protect Val's family from the details of the death. In a case like this, where you don't have any witnesses, it's very important that the defendant is trustworthy. And he was in the beginning, says Stage. But every time the police came up with something new, he had to make a new explanation, and this has happened so many times he's not trustworthy anymore. I can actually remember that morning when because there was a lot of, that submarine has gone missing, and what happened. And I remember they found him and walked him to the interrogation. They didn't know she wasn't there anymore. And they just thought both of them had perished. And we were sitting at my mom and dad's place. We had like a family gathering. So I was sitting with my older brother, and I believe his oldest son was getting breakfast. And when I saw him and he talked to the media about, "Oh, I left her on another island called Triconafortet, and I don't know where she is." I said, "That guy did it." And my brother said, "No, he just said that he dropped her off out there, which is a place where you can go and party and stuff like that." I said, "Nope, he did it." Matilda, hello. How are you in Netherlands? Was it a date? If it's you is interviewing her, poor lass, awful. How can you get turned on by such horror? Well, we will get to that part, TD. I have 69 likes. Well,
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
hey, Dave. Any more? I missed. Nope. Let's get on to hey, Chris Mullen. Let's get the next part of the craziness. Madsen invited other women on board the submarine before Val. One witness testified that Madsen invited her onto his submarine soon after they met by chance back in 2017. The witness, whose identity was not revealed, told the court that she had declined, but that he had contacted her again online to repeat the invitation on the 8th of August, 2 days before he allegedly unalived Val. "I thought it was a little odd that he wrote to me," she said. "If it had been my submarine, I would not have invited me when I didn't answer the first time." Weird. This makes Madsen appear as if he was actively trying to lure female victims into his boat and serves to bolster the prosecution's theory of premeditation. He also, we actually had him as a case in when I did psychology class a few years back. He apparently had a very, very active sexual life. Ladies loved him, even though he lived in a hangar down by a harbor and didn't look like he bathed that often. You ladies like a bad boy. So, hallo Schöner, wie geht's dir heute? Hey, Louis Croix. Cox. Yeah, she got lucky, but he was, I think he was, at the time, he was married and dating a few girls at the time, but he was very active. 69 is your favorite number, 1969 to be specific. That's when my oldest brother was born, I believe. Yeah, a lot of ladies thought, I can fix him. No, you can't. But Madsen's worrying description of Val's dismemberment. The Danish inventor admitted dismembering the Swedish journalist using what was around in his submarine. He described cutting up the body as an insane situation during questioning by the prosecution. He said Val was dismembered in the bathroom on board his submarine, telling the court, "It's something so horrible that I do not want to go into details. I'll just say that it was horrible." Describing Madsen's description of the dismembering as worrying, a report by a court psychiatrist said that he showed a severe lack of empathy and remorse and was extremely untrustworthy and a pathological liar. It's almost you can't trust people who dismember people anymore. Prosecution remains unsure on how Val died. Madsen's defense lawyer tried to capitalize on the prosecution's inability to determine exactly how she died. Coroner Kristina Joksimovic told the court that there was no conclusive evidence to prove the cause of unaliving beyond doubt, owing to the amount of time the body was submerged in water. "It is not my client's duty to prove that he's innocent. It is the task of the prosecutor to prove he's guilty," Engelmark told the court, arguing that prosecution's details were not based on facts. Engelmark also highlighted the testimony of Kim Winter, an expert witness from the Danish Technological Institute, who told the court that Madsen's account of the accident was technically plausible. The defense lawyer also questioned the claim made by a submarine expert that traces of carbon monoxide or soot would necessarily have been found in the submarine and its filters if his account was true, said the observer. So he was Well, he was found guilty, so but they tried, as they should. Defense should do that. Yes, she did have a boyfriend. I remember when we saw the parents arrive, because when he came back, he kept that story going that she was out there on that island, and someone else must have done something because he had let her out, and the parents were looking for her. Everyone was searching for her. It was that was quite a severe case. We need a show where ladies make a play for Baker and he picks one. We can call it The Bachelor. I'm so glad I never read your super chats, Zach, because they make me cry sometimes. Let me just see what. Oh, there's a little bit more. He also wrote blog posts about stabulating women. He wrote blog posts about stabulating women at around the time that Kim Wall disappeared. He denies doing it, although he admitted dismembering. A female witness who testified behind closed doors said that Madsen had sent her a link to a post he had written titled Himmel og Helvede, or Heaven and Hell, which he described as an entrance to my head. The court heard excerpts from the blog in which the 47-year-old inventor wrote, "If you feel angry with your boss, stick a knife in her back. Why hesitate? She will not be missed by anyone. Bow to your anger. Use your knife." Madsen also had more than 40 video clips, including animated and so-called snuff films, of women being impaled, hanged, or chopped head off on his laptop. Other hard disks belonging to him contained around 100 videos or links to videos containing unaliving, torture, beheading, and sexually motivated impalements. The night before the 30-year-old Val boarded his submarine to interview him for a story last August, Madsen had watched a video on his iPhone entitled "Young Woman in Pain as She Slowly Chopped Off with a Small Knife." Jesus. The court also heard that a psychologist who assessed Madsen found him to be strikingly lightly affected by Val's death, and that the inventor had expressed no remorse or guilt in connection with the events. In a further blow to his case, the prosecution argued that the bloodstains on Madsen's boiler suit were not consistent with his argument that he dismembered her after death. So, yeah. Danish inventor Peter Madsen has told how he texted his ex-wife 20 minutes after Kim Wall was unalived in the submarine. That's on the 7th day of his trial, the court heard that at 11:25 p.m. on the night of the alleged unaliving, Madsen sent a text to his wife that said, "I'm on a little adventure with Nautilus," that's the name of his submarine, "and doing well, sailing in the moonlight, not diving, hugs to the cats." Jeepers creepers. Yeah, just remember, it's not just in the US cray exists. What's up with all my sticky notes? When I get super chats, I'll put up a sticky note, so I remember how lucky I am. I have fans and Zach who want to contribute to my YouTube channel. Yeah, he's a little cray. Yeah, that's a lovely library he had. Zach spent the night on a heating pad. Just fired up the coffee maker. We'll see. Yeah, that's not a good case. It's really, but it's probably also the worst we have had so far in modern history in Denmark. Yeah, especially someone's submarine they built at home. Just look at what happened with those people at the Titanic. I have amazing people who support my channel. Thank you all so much. And that's why I need to get all that stuff I gave away sent out to you. Hey, Jessica Thomas, you should be asleep. You are only a fan. The last case is actually it's a case we didn't hear much about in Denmark, because in Denmark we have that rule that we don't mention the name of a defendant until they have been sentenced. I believe the press have a rule about more than 1 year, or if it's a very high profile case like a politician or something like that, they won't name any names for anyone. But when this case broke, I my chica bit still itch. Chica, please. What? Are you still drunk? Thank you, Zach. I'm not sure. Twice, maybe? Draw a submarine I would build for you, but I can't really draw submarines. That's actually always been one of my weaknesses. Ninjas, ducks is pretty good. Corner kisses I can do, but submarines, they just come out weird. Chiggers is a biting bug. Okay, well, I hope many more will bite Zach for calling me fat. See, I don't do submarines that well. I don't know why I can't draw a submarine. Six. Oh. The last case we will be looking at is not a good case, as I said. But the funny part was my gym buddy was asking me the other day, because she actually knows people who live 5 houses away from this guy. When he was arrested, it was briefly in the news. I had started my channel at that point, thought, well, I'm going to cover that one. Sadly, it's in California, one of the worst states in the US to cover cases from. So I forgot about it. And when she asked me the other day, I said, hey, what happened? He has already been convicted. But again, just to show you, bad people are not just from the US. Thank you so much, Dream. Dream, 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 dream. It was a man who lived 40 minutes away from where I am, who was arrested in Fresno, accused of attempted SA with kids. That's why we have the catapult in the thumbnail. Remember, Senor Catapultos is the only acceptable punishment for people who even think about that stuff. A man from Denmark was arrested in Fresno, accused of traveling 5,000 miles. He have traveled more if he traveled all the way to California trying to set up smacks with a child. On Thursday, the United States Attorney's Office announced that the arrest of 58-year-old Claus Marcuslund, that name has never been brought in Danish papers at any time. Because, what's the interest? Who was on the dark web looking for a woman to date, but investigator says the details of his request have him in police custody. Marcuslund thought that he was talking to the mother of a 7-year-old girl, hoping to find a partner instead in a and but it was an undercover agent. Marcuslund described himself as a professional music producer, songwriter, and lyricist in Denmark, and also as a PDF file, said Talbot. He said that he likes little girls and his preferred age is 2 to 8. They began communicating on Telegram, and he started to be detailed about his interest and is accused of sending the undercover agent 12 videos of sexual with kids. Marcuslund describes his desire to sexually exploit the undercover agent's reported daughter. He also expressed interest in having more kids with the undercover agent and sexually exploiting them at a younger age. In April, Marcuslund suggested visiting Fresno to see the person he thought he was chatting with and her daughter to have a sexual relationship. Investigators said he traveled from Denmark to LA before landing in Fresno, where he was arrested. Agents found 3 stuffed animals in Marcuslund's suitcase. He promised to give the stuffed animals to the reported 7-year-old girl. Marcuslund is now charged with 1 count of CP and a 2nd count of persuading sexual activity with a minor. He remains in custody. And thank heaven, he has been thrown into prison for 14 years, which is hardly long enough. He should have been in prison for life. Well, that life should have been very short, because that guy should have been thrown out 2 Senor catapultas and yeeted into the sun twice. That's funny, and I think a lot of people would volunteer. We should bring back in the olden days when you had the stockades at the town square, when people had done something so you could come by and throw fruit at them. Would it be bad to do that with sexual abusers? Put them in the town square, turn off the cameras, and then come pick up the remains next Sunday. I don't think I would mind it that much. A male rapist got done for 3 girls he put a wig on and said he was sentencing, and they put him in female jail. We just had a ruling in our Supreme Court that also someone claiming to, well, in Denmark you can legally change your gender on your passport and stuff like that without having undergone anything. And he wanted to be in female prison, and they ruled because he has multiple grapes against him too. So in Denmark, the rule is nope. If you've done that kind of stuff, you're not going to female prison. Well, in Denmark, 14 years would have been for an excessive death. He would never have gotten 14 years in Denmark. Valhalla and they will be building Lego tonight at 9 p.m. Est. Love a good chippy. Yes. Yeah, we should treat him like the cat pinata. Yeah, just turn off the cameras and we'll see you Monday. I don't condone mob justice. in most cases. Some cases, when you have them dead to right on stuff like this, the medieval times had some good punishments. In Norway, they also don't let them. Yeah. Well, it's self ID in Denmark too, but still, there was a ruling. Even though he self ID'd, nope, off to men's prison. Thank you, Tim Swoop. I try. It's my daughter's birthday today, Toy. Sarah's suitcase trial starts on October the 7th, is when they seat the jury. Next week, Monday or Tuesday, we will start the Carly Gregg case. I don't know how long it's going to run. There are probably going to be some mental health people who are there to talk. Sarah Boone will have a hearing on September 19th and September 26th, which we will cover at some point as it fits in with the Carly Gregg case. First week of October, I don't have anything lined up so far, but then we have 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks of Sarah Boone lined up, and then the next thing is January with Karen Reed. This one needs lychee followed by a lemon juice and a salt scrub before being marinated in escapism, then served with iron pears upon a Judas cradle to Lord Chippy. Wouldn't the iron cradle, the iron pears, ruin Lord Chippy? Glad Laurie got convicted. Her poor child is going to have a lot of trauma to unpack in life. Very sad. Yes. Someone asked me in comments about could they now go after Travis and I'm not sure what the name of the girl was, but no. Well, they could. They perjured themselves, but I think Isabella was the name. I think she had made some kind of immunity deal, probably because they knew this is absolutely BS. But they would never go after anyone. They got her. That's enough. And again, Travis now is alone with 4 kids, 2 of whom are not his. As I said, we should do a fundraiser for that poor Isabella. She's going to need it. Yeah, my daughter, she turns 23 today. Sarah Boone probably won't be that wild because she now has 2 or 3 attorneys. I can't really confirm it. And it's really boring because I was talking behind the scenes with my research team because I don't do homework. I said, I'm a little bit bored. I've been at the dump today. I've been packing up stuff, finding out that I need to do custom reports for everything I'll send out to all of you. So I was a bit bored, and either I would go take a nap or I could stream and go to bed early tonight because yesterday was a little bit rough. 12 hours on my own stream and then 30 minutes on the experts. So I just wanted some fun Sarah Boone, some stuff. But then I learned all about all of these crazy cases. I thought we can do that just to show Americans that we're not that far from you. But sadly, when lawyers are there, it won't be as bad. I know you're not hitting anything. Hit the like. I'm hitting on a lot of women, but no dice. Hey, Diane G. November Fairfax nanny trial. Put it in if you're on the Discord, put it in take a look at. I'll try to suss it out, but right now I am in Carly Gregg mode, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to to do some podcast in Danish so I have some Danish content as well to try and pull more people over here because we're a fun bunch. So I've been working a lot of that in the mornings, and I just did that Lorry Shaver. That was long days every day, lasted till at least 11:30 at night. So it's been a little bit. I need my shoulders down, get into a new case. Sunday won't be anything. Probably be watching something and eating something I shouldn't eat, and then we're back to normal. So please, if you have any cases, don't text me, don't DM me. Get it into take a look at. That's where I go look for it because I'll say, oh, that looks interesting. Send you an answer. Never watch it again because I forget. I know it seems like I don't make any do anything because Jamie always say I should do more, but I have a lot running around up here right now. So please put it in there, and I'll take a look at it if I have a time. Also, if it's just something small we could do on streams like this, it's more than welcome. The More trial. I don't know what the More trial is. Again, put it in there. If I have time for it, I'll look at it. Matt Moore, I don't know. Yeah, I also wanted her to go pro. Say, I'm going to sue her for lack of income because she promised me I would be a millionaire. Well, I started early. Congratulations, Kelly, to your son. 23 best age, one of the best numbers. It's a fun song. It's 23 prime. It's one of the best. Jordan played number 23. I didn't like Jordan. I was a New York Knicks fan. I liked Pat Ewing instead, who played in number 33. 12 is long hours. Well, especially when you are standing here, I can't just turn on the TV and have my stream running in the background waiting for a verdict. I do have to be here. Luckily, I have Jamie. She can entertain me. Luckily, I have all you all to write and chat and kind of get me going. But 12 hours, you get a little. I went on the experts, and I could just feel my energy level just blew out, and I only lasted like 30 minutes over there. So I'm sorry, expert. Love you, brother, but I just couldn't do it yesterday. The iron pierce can be used as handles and torn free when feeding Lord Chippy. I'm all aboard. She's going to need one of those teams who help people who leave Scientology to deprogram her from her best friend's relationship with her naughty mama. I think they need some very, very skilled mental disease professionals to handle her mental problems because her mom have talked her into confessing to something she never did. David is a granny, got 3 years for writing a nasty Facebook post after 3 kids got met. Oh, yeah. Well, that's I'm sorry to say, but the UK is really stupid right now. Well, sadly, my daughter is taking. I have a daughter who turns 21 this month. If you wanna, I'm all for arranged marriage and no smacks before they are at least 45. Great to see you, Diane. Crazies everywhere. I used to work for an international travel agency. I dealt with people from all over. Yeah, especially those situations because people are stressed. I was at an airport once where I had to fly to my sister's, and it was Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Switzerland, and we were late out of Copenhagen because there was delays. The French people were striking again. They always do that. And a guy was just yelling at this poor flight attendant, and she was like, "But we don't have a plane." And he kept yelling, and she said, "But I can't do anything. I can't. We don't have a plane. It's stuck in France because of air control." What does it help you to yell at these poor people? The plane won't leave faster. That's the one thing I know. It's the same with people who can't stand up fast enough and stand in the middle aisle. the doors won't open faster. You'll just stand there, just sit in your allotted seat. And again, those 2 seconds you'll get out of the plane faster than me. We'll meet at the baggage carousel when you're waiting for your suitcase right next to me. Relax. People should. I hate traveling with because people are always so much in a rush. I'm one of those guys who show up 3 hours early to the airport just to not have stress. But that's the way I was taught. Plan a trip to Florida, never, and do a live podcast at Coleman Women's Facility interviewing ballerina Laurie and Sarah Boone 2025. How are they doing? If I would love to have the poll so I could interview some cool people. I have gotten to know some very cool YouTube people, but imagine talking to a Sarah Boone. I just think this would be my face through the entire interview because what she would be saying. But sadly, I can't go to Florida. The youngest daughter just turned 20, and the time my oldest is 29. Yeah, well, I'm still 27, so I don't know how it works. Hey, Adia. Well, circumstantial evidence is also evidence in preponderance. Yeah, you would have to have conversations with them beforehand, and again, they have to think about: are we going for an appeal? Whatever I say can be used, can and will be used against me in a court of law. They have those concerns as well. So, talking to a stupid guy from Denmark probably isn't the first on the list. It's in Columbus, Ohio. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, you know. I'm not wrong. 23 is Jordan's number. I don't like Jordan. He made sure that the Knicks didn't win the championships when they were quite good back then. You are wrong, Toy. We arrived at the airport 1.5 to 2 hours before the flight. My wife used to work in a travel agency, but really it is how I was taught by my parents to. Yeah, I can't stand those people running onto a plane because it's just planning. We actually we have a quite famous. Well, in Denmark we call them frogmen or hunters. That's the Navy Special Forces called frogmen, and the armies is called the hunter force, like hunters in the woods. And one of them have become quite famous for being as like helping team building and stuff like that on sports teams. And he was in an interview once, and he said because the host was also, well, I'm always late. How can I be better? He can say, start respecting other people. And the host was like, well, I respect everyone. He said, no, because it's really easy to be on time every single time you should be anywhere. You just plan backwards. I need to be at the airport at 5. Okay, it'll take me from where I am 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to the airport. Okay, I need 2 hours at the airport and I need 15 minutes if anything happened or I have a pee break. I'll leave 5 hours early. And it's not that hard. And if I need to leave in 5 hours, I need to have brushed my teeth, packed my bags, found my passport. That is another hour I have to add to it. It's just if you're always late, you're just disrespecting the people waiting for you. And when that host was told that, he was like, "Yeah, but it's just a problem that you don't own a watch. You're not an adult. You can't set an alarm." And then he got mad. He was told that he didn't respect other people, but you don't. If you made an appointment at 8, don't show up at 8:05. Someone could have an appointment at 8:30. You just cost them 5 minutes. My dad always wanted to go see the Edinburgh tattoo. Never had the chance, sadly. But That was his big thing. We always watched it on TV. Baker is okay being wrong font. I am not wrong. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, because well, you knew I would be late. Then don't make an appointment with me at 8 o'clock. Say I'll be there at 8:05 because I know I will be late and I know you'll always be early. Why should I cater to your lack of responsibility? Why can't you just do better? It's not like a clock wasn't invented. We go hours before. I'm already scared I missed the flight. Plus, it's nice to sit in the lounge, have a drink, enjoy it. You don't need to rush. Yeah, I always go around shopping. Maybe I'll buy something I don't need. Maybe I look for something I need on the way back to the kids. Buy a book, get a bottle of water, all of that stuff. And you don't have to run around. You figure out, okay, I'm going from gate A17. I know there's 15 minutes to gate A17. I can shop a bit. Well, I'm just making sure I have redundant time. Hey, Celestial Force. Well, we are about to end. It's been an hour. Sadly, Flux isn't upholding her part of the deal because this is normally a pre-Flux stream. So can't ship you over there. So I'm just looking if anyone else we know are leaving. No, the only thing is Shissy's reruns. Is there anything special? You might it now. You might it no more. No. No one has anything coming up. I could ship some people and you can put some muffins in chat just to make them happy. Is the Young Jerks going to the standout? Let me look at that one. The Young Jerks. Yeah, I'm gonna. I think. Oh, how about this one? Give some people some new people to love. When are they going live? No, that's not for a long time. Sadly. I'm gonna ship you all over to the Young Jerks. Put some muffins in chat and say hello. I've never flown in a plane. Lots of helicopters, but no plane. I don't like flying in helicopters. I did a lot of when I was deployed. Whenever they had, we need someone to simulate injured. I thought I get a free helicopter ride. I'll do it, but I never really liked flying helicopters. Sorry, do you want the SAC treatment where you don't get your super chats read on this channel? Because that's how SAC got in trouble. Any word on verdict? Which verdict? The one we finished yesterday? Didn't you stay with us and watch until 3:30 my time when we 2:30 my time when we ended the stream? We streamed for 12 hours yesterday. She was found guilty. Panella, that's just nasty. No one needed to know that. I was on the plane for Europe and the connecting flights was cancelled. I had to wait till next morning, was put up in a hotel and landed in London before I got flown to Frankfurt. I was 17 and scared. Yeah, that's the worst part when you're that young. I've Luckily, never really faced any of that. My sister has the worst luck with airplanes. She always get delayed or have to stay for a night. And again, you can yell, you can do whatever it is, but just take the voucher, go get a hotel, and get something to eat. It's not going to change you yell at people. I'm about to start snoring. I drove 10 and a half hours last night and worked on an addition. Get some sleep, Fundian. That's too much worky work. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Hate helicopters. When my sons were life flighted after our accident, my daughter passed, I got anxiety when I hear one. It sucked working in the hospital. Oh yeah, that's but that's because that's Baker, you're a hilarious fund. Well, thank you, Toy. How long did it take for verdict? 3.5 hours. Roughly 3.5 hours, I believe. They came back. They asked the question if they had a verdict, they had to fill out both forms. And Brandy had just ended her stream. I felt so bad for her. I saw it right after because Brandy had been live from the courthouse and she had another streamer covering for her. So Brandy ended her stream and sadly missed it. It's kind of like I normally do when I go to bed. But I believe it was just before around 8:30. They asked the question, do we have to fill out both forms if we have a verdict? And they were told yes. 5 minutes later, they came in, found her guilty in second degree with an enhancer with a gun. And there, as I told earlier, no one will go after them. I think Isabel had a immunity deal of some kind with the state. And even if they could pin perjury on Travis, who could all the time just say, well, I just believe what she told me. Perjury is kind of hard to prove, but why would they go after him? He's alone with 4 kids now, 2 of whom are not his. No state will prosecute any of those for perjury. Never. It's like in the Karen Reed case. We know people lied their pants off in the witness box. No way they're going to be charged, but that's because they lied in a way the state liked them to lie. Did anyone win yesterday's poll? I don't remember. Some people said 2 to 4 hours, but I can't remember who. I can't see it. But it's not a giveaway poll. Think you'll get a tat of her new lover in prison? Of course she will. Property of. So, yeah. I think he will probably stay low, but hopefully little D can sniff around and find something out. So let's see. Believe Travis got immunity. That's why he testified for the state. Then why didn't he tell the truth? I don't know. He didn't seem trustworthy to me. Florida will go very, very late. I've seen it multiple times where they go. I think the latest was. I think the judge had told them they closed the parking lot, so he would send them home at 10:30 or something like that. They had a verdict like 10:15. What is my post-it notes about? My post-it notes are about whenever I am lucky enough, like I was before with Joy, giving me a super chat, just to remember how lucky I am. I'll write Toy $2 super chat and I'll post it so I have it to remind me I am lucky to have people who support my channel. When, like I have now with the blue guys, they are filled. I have have a mount of. I need some bed rollers or something where I can store it. I hide my super chats just to remind me that I am blessed by very, very generous and nice people who give me a super chat now and again. But I also do it like with Bridget when she gave 5 memberships. That will go. It's color coordinated with the super chat colors in the YouTubes. I think we're there. Is it toy or toy? I don't know. If you're new to my channel, I will give you the name I believe it is, and I will stick to it every time you tell me that's not my name. I would say it is Jamie. Just ask Jessica. She has had more names on this channel than she had anywhere else in her life. So, yeah. Irish is named Irish. She can't spell it, but she is named Irish. We should all be thankful and humble, especially as creators. I had at max today, I had 132 people watching me talk about nothing. I am blessed that people want to spend time with me. 114 people are still here 5 minutes after I said I was going to end. Thank you all so much for that. That's why I do my giveaways now and again, and I want to do more of them. I just have to figure out how to fill out all of that stupid customs BS. So I can make sure you get it, because he said if I'll just ship it as a normal letter, it'll probably be stolen in somewhere. So I'll figure that out. But we should never take for granted all of you. We should always put on the greatest show we can, because you are blessing us with your time. That's why I don't do too much of the things that a lot of people do, but I really don't like.
Oh my gosh, you guys! There's a class called Basic Grifting. Should we all learn how to be grifters together?
So I don't do all the grifting. I don't say, hey, please like and subscribe, to my own detriment. I hope people do it anyway. You have been told so many times on YouTube. I hate it when people say it. And I'll try. Thank you, Troy. Miracle Fund, blue and lucky. Well, the New York Giants are blue and they are not lucky. So again, Toy is wrong fund. Will be started. No, but that's why I try to remember how blessed I am, and I like to do the giveaways, because it's small things, but maybe just maybe that day when I'm having a giveaway, you had the worst day in your life and really just need something positive. I had one where you have to be a member, the rest you just have to subscribe, because I know $2 for one can be $20 for someone else, because we don't know what situation people are in, and people might not even have money to. They just need us because their life is really, really annoying, really bad. They are struggling with something. So sitting here and feeling like the creator only wants you here if you pay is that's the worst thing I could imagine, and that's why I try to do it as open as I can. I'm probably not good enough to the paying members, but I try to. I do streams on Christmas. I do streams on Valentine's days if people are lonely, because I think us creators are heavenly blessed by all of you who watches us, because we're just talking heads who think we can do something, but in reality we're nothing if we don't have you, and you don't owe us anything. Everyone who sits there and tells you, hey, I've been doing this for an hour, you should pay me $5. Why? If you don't want to do it, just go away. I could have been on my couch watching TV, but I didn't feel I ended in the right way yesterday. I'm sorry, the expert, I didn't bring enough energy. I didn't give 100%. So I wanted to do a little stream today because I think too many people kind of look at the numbers and start believing their hype. But in reality, every show should be like when you were streaming with no one watching, because you should always do the best for people who are giving you their time. We don't give you anything. We're lucky anyone wants to turn on and watch our show. And I think a lot of creators might have forgotten that when things goes well, they start to think that they are owed something. No, you are owed the best show ever. You are always owed as much interaction as I can do with you. I know sometimes when I'm lucky and blessed and have those massive shows with Better Row and the Young Jerks or Andrea Burkhardt, Runkle, Madeline Little, I'm lucky enough to have those people on. It goes too fast. I can't do my normal stick. But in a stream like this, I feel like it's my obligation to try and give you a little value for the money, even though you don't pay me. I'll still get a little bit from YouTube, and I also get exposure because people are watching me. YouTube say they like him, we're going to send him to more people. I just think too many people on YouTube forget that and think, well, I am so great. You're never greater than the last bad show you did. And I felt last night I made a bad show with the expert, so I wanted to come on just to shoot the BS with all y'all and get myself in a right mood. Thank you, young back economist. And Zach, stop talking about Fifis. Stop sending me pictures of your Fifi. I have told you multiple times, I don't think it should look like that, and I would get it checked. Well, again, people forget back when they weren't monetized. They had no members. And some of the people you hang with, Iris has been here since I had 45 subscribers to my channel. Jamie has been here since I had 45 subscribers. Jamie spent weeks with me where we were streaming 40 hours a week from trials to 15 people. And this is why I am your best friend. You are a good guy, and I'm not friends unless you're a good guy. I still owe you a beer. You owe me a beer, Puddle Town, next time. So, yeah. But just because you become Mr. Beast, you become whoever you become. I hope when I have 10 million subscribers, I will still remember this little talk I gave today. I won't be turned into one of those massive hypocrites who just sits here and say, well, for $20, I'll answer your questions, or you can join my paid Discord. Why? It's free advertising. WB, you owe $5 worth of nothing. Well, I will do my best to give you nothing for all $5. Hey, Aaron, you're always late. Join the Discord so you get the notifications on Discord if one of my mods remember to update it, because I forgot to do that. It's a good day. Man United won 3-0. Finally. Thank you, Vilu. I didn't even see them play. I know Arsenal's playing later. Agree with you from a creator side 100%. From a consumer side, I think it's only polite to support the creator and their time like I would any person providing entertainment. Yes, that's polite. But I also know money, and some people don't have them, and they are just as welcome as the people who has a lot. I know Brandon has a special board. He has been an amazing supporter of me for a long time, but it doesn't mean that if I go back here and say Squat Bob, he gave me 1 membership. Thank you, Squat Bob. Everyone contributes what they can. Someone might be really funny in chat. Someone might be Zach, and everyone everyone should have access. I just don't feel you should. I understand your sentiment, and I have more free money now to go support other creators, but that's why I love when I was looking. I'm trying to look for smaller channels to give them a boost, because that's how I started. I was lucky. Dave took me under his wings. Then I got rated by Vices once, really bumped my numbers. Then sometime later, Recovery Addict bumped my numbers. And I can help Mo in the Deep End. I can help Shizzy. I can help Valhalla. I can help all of these people grow. And then I find new friends. Met Brandy. I met Betero. I met the Young Jerks. I met the Glare. I'm lucky. And I want to spread that love. I didn't know Ada K. One day I was just sitting, hitting the like button, and I thought, who's that? Went in there and we helped her get to 500 subscribers in a day. Then Brandy came in and got her to 1,000. But me and Valhalla went in there, just talked to her, because it's not much, but we can all think a little bit about growing together, like Ramalama Ding Dong Da Ding Da Ding Dong. For the best creators on the YouTubers, I will send that money to the best creator on the YouTubers. Thank you, Becca. I'll hold them for you until I find who is the bestest of them all. I know I'm not. Support when you and if you can, otherwise enjoy the show and talk nice about me. Do if you're on Twitch, make sure everyone sees the link and stuff like that. That's all I ask. Well, they give, they're here, they participate, and no one knows how your situation is. That's why, again, I do those strange, like Christmas streams, because I know some people are lonely. I lost my parents within 4 years. My family doesn't live anywhere near me. I have had Christmases where I talk to my kids, I meet with someone, but then I'm I don't really have anything else to do. I exchange a gift with the kids, and you're just sitting there. It doesn't. I like to be alone. I'm a loner. I read a book or watch a movie. Doesn't care. But I know some people are really missing out, either because they don't have family, they don't have the opportunity to be with family, or family hasn't been good to them, so they don't want to be with family. So why can't I give you 8 hours of my a day streaming about nothing on days like that? On Valentine's Day, people might be a little lonely because we have given that day some significance. I draw a picture. Little D here have that now. Um, that's my way of saying thank you to all of you. And I'm not a good guy. I just try to. I always preach, try to do a little bit better today for someone else. Smile a little, help someone, buy them a cup of coffee, let them slip ahead of you at the line at Costco. Just do a little bit better. So why shouldn't I go and do something also for other people? I don't have millions of dollars I can do it with until Sarah Boone wins my case, wins me all the money. I don't care what the case ends, just my $1 million. But I can do a little bit. I can send you over to Ada K. I can send you over to Coffee and Crime or whatever group of people I'm talking to. That's my way of trying to spread a little smile, because I can't laugh like Jamie, but hopefully I can be I still can make you smile. Ah. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, and that's the beauty about YouTube. As the expert said yesterday, he had never in his wildest dream imagined he was sitting on a stream with a guy in Japan, a guy in Denmark, and talking about just normal guy stuff. That's the beauty of the YouTubes. I love that I have a big following in the US. Holland is really big for me too. It's because of my Dutch accent. And then Sweden. Norway. That's okay. But I think this probably Norway is the smallest number of people, but then either Denmark and Sweden, which is weird for a Danish streamer. So yeah. Exactly. You don't need money to change lives. That's the thing I will leave you with. And a guy who would never ever want your money is.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
Objection, Your Honor.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Go
All right, I'm in love.
back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no,
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
probably did. Everybody has.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
Well,